as if you're holding a book. Turn your hand over. It's blank. Turn it back over. It's blank. Today is the day you start writing your book of life. Repeat after me. If you want to keep getting what you're getting, keep doing what you're doing. You'll catch it in a minute. And what I mean by that is this. This is 2015. If you can reflect back on 2010, and if you're doing the same thing that you were doing in 2010 and 2015, if you want to keep doing and getting what you're getting, keep doing what you're doing. Now what I want you to do is go to 2020. Now if you go to 2020, between 2010, that's 10 years. So starting today, 2015, you got a chance to change what you're going to say in 2020 when you look back 5 years. And it works. It works through the powerful and the power of affirmation. Affirmation is something that you have to do every day. My son gave you a lot of information. So what I want to do is help you achieve the things that he gave you. Remember he said 80%. 80% of people are unhappy with their life. What about the 20%? What about the 20%? What are they doing so different that the 80% of the people can't quite figure out? Well, the statistical data says that they figured out their life purpose. They have figured out their life purpose. So let's take a stab at that. It's 5 things they say you need to know. Not me, the experts. They say you have to know who you are. Who you are. Do you not know who you are? Do you not know who you are? Do you not know that the essence of you is the essence of God that shows up every day? Watch this. The lights went out. But because the lights are out, does that mean that this room is absent of electricity? Does that mean that this room is absent of the current that it needs to come on? Watch this. All I did was turn the switch.
That's good.
The switch came on so the lights can show. When you turn your switch on, God will show through you in the light and the wonderful essence that you was created to be. You were created to show up and reflect your godliness through you, so that when you go out, that little song that said, let your light shine, let your light shine. And people will be drawn to you. You will become a magnet to people. You will become the force. You will become the thing and the very thing people need because they can see themselves through you. It's not hocus pocus. It's not magic. It's about believing and understanding that you owe more to the universe than what you're giving it. You owe more. The next one that they say, not me, is that you have to understand what it is that people want from you and what it is that you do to make people's life different when they get it from you.
That's good.
For instance, if you ask me what I do, I work with people and I help people that society has thrown away to realize that they are wonderful, magnificent creatures of God and have to believe in themselves and to overcome the obstacles that they've been born with. Now, my job title is I work at a prison. I work at a prison. So how do I do those things? And I work at a prison. Those are the people that society throw away. But I don't view them as that. I use my gift to pour into these people to help them understand that you are more than your circumstances. You are more than your conditions. You are more than being adopted. You are more than being born in the projects. You are more than having a drug addict mother. You are more than being molested. You are more than being a gay boy or a gay girl. That's just your label. That is not the essence of you. Not at all. You have to understand that your mess is really not your mess. Your mess is your message. Your mess is your message. What we want you to do today is to be exact. Zero in. Be specific about what it is that you want. Write it down. You have to write it down. They say the first thing you do in the morning is you do your affirmation, because your mind is operating at 10 decibels. You are the most alert the first thing in the morning, whether you believe it or not, because the subjective process that engages your subconscious mind is operating at its highest peak. First thing in the morning. What you should do is have it in your bathroom. So the first thing you see is something positive. The first thing you see is something positive. I brought my vision board, and this one is about up. This is my small one. I have a big one. And I got $1 million on here twice. I got some more too. I never seen $1 million. I never held $1 million. But I can show you how it looked like, what it looked like. It's not real, but it's close to it. And I can see it. And it's gonna happen. And I got a little square right here, and if you see, some of them got a check mark in them, because that means that I done it. I got a couple that doesn't have a check mark, but it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. And you know how I know it's gonna come? How I know it's gonna come? It's because my mind says, no matter what. My mind says, I am committed to my commitment. And I tell you this, I stumbled upon this accidentally. This mind power, this mindset that I I stumbled upon it accidentally. And what happened, I've always read the Bible. Always read the Bible. But after I read the Bible, I was still left with questions. Because the Bible explains God to me one way. But today, and I hope you already understand this, that God is so vast. You can't put God in a book. You can't put God in a box. God is omnipresent. God shows up in all types of ways and all types of people and literature. God is just, oh my God, God is. And I began to connect when I was reading about the law of attraction and the law of money and the law of just the universal laws that y'all talking about the Bible. You reap what you sow. Habakkuk says, write the vision and make it plain. What a man thinketh, he and she is. This is the same thing that it teaches me. It teaches me discipline. The book of Psalms tells you all of this. And this is just a whole nother common man way for me to understand. Okay, I am my worst enemy. There's an old African proverb that says that if there's no enemy within, the enemy outside can do you no harm. Enter me, enter me, enter me. I-N-N-E-R, me. E-N-E-M-Y, me. Enter me, enter me, enemy. Same thing. I had to understand that me and she was the author of this book. And at any moment, you could change it, your story on how it's going to end. So I said, okay, let me try. And my life took off like that bamboo tree he talked about, plant that seed. And I began to understand that there is something out here working that's bigger than me. It's bigger than the way they explain God to me, but it's real. And all you got to do, turn your light on and tap into it. And it will take care of you, but you got to take care of it. That's the deal. You can't be hokey pokey. You can't have 1 foot in and 1 foot out. You got to be in or you got to be out. One or the other. There's no wiggle room. Either you committed or you're not. Either you're going to do it or you're not. It's going to happen if you stay there. Is it hard? Excuse my language. Bleep, 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 bleep. Yes. And I'm going to close. I want to save you some time. But I'll tell you why it's so hard. It's hard because you're going to lose friends. You're going to lose friends. You're going to lose family members. You're going to miss some parties. You're going to miss a whole lot of stuff that the old you used to do. And trust me, the old you not going to want to die. The old you going to be talking about, come on, come on. Then the new you going to be saying, no, no. And that's when the fight begins. The fight going to begin between you and you. But who is going to win in the fight? Because this right here pumps out 85% negativity. While your inner champion is standing in there saying, I want to go. But it tells you you can't. How you going to do it? You ain't got no money. How you going to do it? The bank ain't going to give you no loan. How you going to do that? Your credit jacked up. Who going to come to a workshop and listen to somebody that grew up in South Memphis? How? Where you going to have it at? That lady not going to let you have workshops at her venue she rent out for $1,500 a night. Nobody going to give you food free. Nobody going to donate money to 2 black kids. A black mama gay, a black son gay. Got a gay pastor. Nobody going to come over to y'all church. Nobody going to do that. Sit down somewhere. But that's when you walk out and you says, no. I refuse to accept this. I refuse to accept what I have accepted in my life, and I'm not negotiating on this thing no more. It's time for me to step into the real world and tell them I want to play chess. Now you make your move, and I'm going to make mine. And this is what I know to be true. I share a little story. I had a big dream. And absent from all the things that I talked about, the dream has been birthed. And it's been birthed again. And it's being birthed again. And there's 2 more that got to come out. So I'm finna get pregnant as soon as I birth this second one. This third one, I mean. I'm gonna get pregnant again. Because I know without a doubt that the universe and God is working in my favor. Because I told God that if you get me out of this mess that I'm in, which was the life that I had made for myself, that I'll be faithful, I'll be obedient, and I'll do what you tell me to do. So my work is to go back. Do not kick the ladder down that you climbed up. Get people. Help them. Show them that I'm real. Show them that all they got to do is turn on the light, and I'll send what they need down there to them. Don't tell them, don't let me put their stuff up here in that big room that they gonna see when they walking down that long corridor with St. Peter. Because whatever they want, I'll wrap it up real pretty. And I'll send it on down Faith Street, remember now, that's where you gotta stay. You have to stay on Faith Street.